What cycle is this reminding you more of right now, Ewok? Because as this 24-25 cycle gets going, so we, resetting all this bullish shit, we've got Trump being elected on a dime, like right exactly on schedule. So many people calling for November for Bitcoin to start really pumping, and boom, right in line with a 4-year cycle. The minute Trump gets elected, everything just perfect. Exactly what you want to see from Bitcoin. And 2017 was very unique. The last two cycles are very different because 2017, there really wasn't this big crypto infrastructure built out. I mean, like Coinbase was even kind of a new thing. I remember before, there isn't even a Coinbase Pro now, I don't think, but there was GDAX, I think, if you recall, with Coinbase, and exchanges were still being built out at that time. In 2017, we didn't really have DEXs yet that were good or anything. Of course, there was a big BitConnect scam, which you're very familiar with. Just a lot of Wild West insane things in 2017. But we did see Bitcoin go parabolic in November and December of that year, before kind of crashing down late and or sometime in 2018. So we saw it, as you mentioned earlier in the show, Bitcoin go up to 20K all of a sudden in December of 2017. Then 2021, you see a much more mature market. You see the invention of Uniswap and all these amazing DeFi protocols. You see like Link with an Oracle. Hex obviously is invented and does a 10,000x from 2019 to 2021. All these amazing DeFi platforms. Phantom was an interesting one. All these different things and stuff popping off. You saw Bitcoin kind of do the double top in 2021 of hitting 65 to 70K 2 times. And it was just a different vibe. And now here we are again, still trying to really define what this cycle is all about. And that's another conversation we could have either next week or maybe later. Like, is it a meme coin cycle? What is the big narrative here? Is it cults making a comeback? People talking about that, all these different things. But what do you, so far, not that we're that deep into it to know yet, but do you compare this more to 2017 or 2021 right now? Because right now we're just seeing Bitcoin pop off. We don't have the big like DeFi summer. It's all about DeFi, like this huge innovation. We're not really seeing that necessarily this time around. So what is this reminiscent of to you more so right now?
Well, it feels like 2017. However, you mentioned that a lot of things weren't built out. Like, we are so far advanced from where we were then. But I guess the feeling, right? Now, 2017 is when I got in. So I don't remember. Obviously, I didn't wait through a bear market to get this feeling. So for me, I do remember how it kind of came into play in 2020, and things got heated up and started taking off, right? So that was my first through the bear market into the following bull. I think the run up though reminds me of 2017, how it just every time you turn around, it was going higher and higher and higher. I don't think 2020 was like that a whole lot. 2021 ish. So yeah, it's hard to compare them because they all have their differences, and like like I said, we've had so much advancement. So what will the narrative be? That'll be the question that we just kind of have to wait and see. I hope we see a cultish type thing, and that is the narrative where community takes over. The ones with the big communities are the ones that have the loudest voices. I don't know of protocols that are being developed right now. And, when you get some big advancements like the Uniswaps and the peer-to-peer stuff, things kind of get built. So you get those advancements, and then the next cycle, things kind of get built out on those, right? So you're not looking for a brand new technology. You don't have a brand new technology, just kind of build outs. Maybe we see that type of thing in the next cycle. And this is the cycle where community is really what matters. It's the people that come together and yell the loudest are the ones that do get some of the biggest gains. Um, Memes had their play. Even, you go back the whole way to even 2017. Crypto Kitties was one of the first memes that were out there. Now they were NFT type things, but I still consider them meme-ish, right? In that sense, where then you start getting tokens that really don't mean anything. they're just a token, and it's the people that yell the loudest. So I think the community definitely will rule this cycle. I haven't heard of anything crazy technology wise coming out where this is the new hot thing. And even if it were, I would be skeptical again, and I can see why people were so skeptical of Hex, right? When something like that comes out, people stay away, right? They know what works, and it is a risky play. Luckily, I had followed Richard into the whole thing in the building process and saw how it all kind of came together. Haven't been really following anybody else like that is behind something with that much passion and a project that's about to launch. So I don't know. We'll see. The price, like I said, though, reminds me of 2017, but it's got more of a it's a combination of both, I think. That's the best answer I can give.
That's
you.
a cop-out answer, right?
Well, it is, but it's the best of both. You got a little bit of this part and a little bit of that part, and a lot of advancements. So
I think you're right. And any narrative that people have tried to assign other than the memes, like the memes have really been like what's been happening. So like if you're arguing that, I mean, you're kind of just missing the boat, I think. But in terms of anything else where people are like, oh yeah, it's the AI stuff. No, man, it's the real world assets. It's like those are two things that have nothing to do with crypto. You know what I mean? Like DeFi was an innovation for crypto. Like that was, that was specifically for that, which is why it took off and was so absolutely crazy. With the AI shit and with literally real world assets, I mean, you're literally talking about stuff that really you're forcing into the crypto space. It doesn't really have anything to do with it. Slap AI on the name or real
right.
estate or whatever the fuck, and just say that it has to do with crypto.